Welcome back to the PEWPEW Zone. This is your host, Mike, and today we will talk about the best surplus rifles you can still buy in 2022. The majority of surplus rifles are bolt-action battle rifles that were produced between the late 1800s and the 1950s for military use. Cartridges such as the American 30-40 Krag, the American 30-06 Springfield, the Russian 7.62x54R mm, the Russian 7.62x54R, the German 7.92x57mm, the Japanese 6.5x50mm, the Japanese 7.7x58mm, and the 303 British, to mention a few, will be referred to in this video as full-power surplus rifle cartridges. Also, a few semi-automatic rifles such as the M1 Garand, the 30-06 Springfield, and the SVT-40 7.62x54R are in this group, while several semi-automatic surplus guns that fire less potent cartridges are also available, such as the M1 carbine, the 30 carbine, and the SKS 7.62x39mm, from Russia, China, Albania, Yugoslavia, and others. They were produced in the millions for use in the two great world wars and other smaller wars throughout, and in peacetime were just sitting in storage, until the internet came along and have made these surplus rifles known to the public and overly available to this day. Owning one or several of these historical surplus rifles is both affordable and practical. Since they are in abundant stock, they sell cheaper and yet are actually very good for hunting big game, such as deer, and powerful enough to bring down a charging bear. So, here's our list. Mosin Nagant. The Mosin Nagant is incredibly easy to purchase for a fair price these days. First manufactured in the 19th century and later extensively used by the Russian Empire and later the Soviet military, there are about 60 million of these weapons in use today in all their variants. They were created as potent 5-shot internal feed bolt-action rifles with a maximum range of 500 yards. Additionally, it is said that they have an 800-yard range when a mounted scope is used. This rifle is effective when 7.62x54mm cartridges are combined with heavy grain ammunition. It is very good for hunting deer and, if needed, could even kill a bear. It's also important to note that different Mosin Nagant rifles have been produced over time. Therefore, this selection of rifles could be a great place for anyone interested in starting a collection. The advantages of the Mosin Nagant are they are widely available and inexpensive, shoots accurately at 500 to 800 yards range, and with its powerful bolt-action design and internal fed magazine, it is great for hunting. On the downside, it is a large and heavy piece. Enfield. Due to its durability and dependability, the British military chose the Enfield and employed it as their main infantry weapon for well over a decade. The 303 British ammunition used with this gun for hunting were frequently utilized as well. Primarily in the former British colonies, including South Africa, Australia, and even Canada, hunters would use this gun for hunting. The 1904 to 1926 variants of this rifle have some outstanding features, including great long-range shooting abilities. With this weapon, you can fire shots up to 3,000 yards at a powerful 30-round-per-minute rate of fire. Additionally, these weapons are widely available and typically quite affordable, due to the fact that they were mass-produced until 1926 and officially used until 1957. The Enfield can be an excellent option if you are searching for a traditional hunting rifle that can handle larger wildlife. Additionally, they do make wonderful collectibles. The rifle was favored by the British military and is great for hunting due to its excellent long-range capabilities. It comes with a sling, is strong, reliable, and accurate. 1898 Mauser. Gewehr 98 Mauser. The design for this German-made rifle dates back to 1811, although it wasn't made public until 1898. Both world wars saw widespread use of the gun. This Mauser significantly accelerated the creation of robust bolt-action style rifles at the time. It was also designed as a short to medium-range targeting rifle with respectable accuracy out to a distance of 500 to 600 yards. Due to its endurance and resistance to adverse weather and wet conditions, this rifle has been in use for a very long time. The 1898 Mauser has a new iteration, the Garand 98 Mauser. It has a 5-round internal magazine that holds ammunition and is able to fire 15 rounds per minute. The iron sights are sturdy as well. It might be fun for many collectors to look for the older models, which are still available for purchase. However, for more practical uses, purchasing the more recent model might be the best budget hunting or all-purpose rifle choice. For its quality budget option, its only misgiving is it's not ideal for long-range shooting. Swiss K31. Over a period of more than 20 years in the early 20th century, the Swiss military used the K31 rifle. The 7.5 by 55mm ammunition of this impressive-looking rifle were manufactured expressly for the Swiss Army. You might also use the almost identical 1954 7.62 NATO rounds as an option. The Swiss Army began employing this straight-pull bolt-action rifle in 1933 after a testing phase that began in 1931. The straight-pull mechanism is uncommon for bolt-action rifles, but after you get used to it, you'll be able to travel between rounds. It comes with a removable box magazine with a 6-round capacity. This rifle is also recognized for its ability to hold stable and effectively manage recoils. Therefore, anyone interested in target shooting would probably appreciate the K31's exceptional durability and accuracy. Additionally, you'll be able to mount a scope to gain the additional shooting range you might need. This is a really strong and well-made best surplus rifle you can still buy that will look excellent on the range and could be used on hunt just as readily. With all its great attributes, the only thing not to like is the straight-pull bolt-action mechanism. M1 Garand. The M1 Garand is a great option with a fascinating history if you're exclusively interested in American surplus rifles. This weapon was not only adopted by the U.S. military. Over the years, U.S. allies spread and deployed it all over the world. Springfield Armory debuted this weapon in 1937. This rifle, which was mostly employed in World War II and the Korean War, gave soldiers a clear advantage because it carried an 8-round clip. This means that they were able to fire up to 50 rounds per minute. When shooting at targets that are up to 500 yards distant, this rifle is incredibly precise. Additionally, the .30 caliber of this rifle offers you a tremendous amount of power. As a result, this rifle is a fantastic option for close-range to medium-range hunting. The Garand's sturdy sights and long barrel will probably allow you to hit targets at a greater distance as well. Of course, the possibility of shooting at even greater distances increases with the use of a scope. Although it won't be the cheapest or lightest alternative, what's not to appreciate about a true American-made classic? Maybe only that it is a heavy rifle and not as affordable as the other surplus rifles on this list. 1903 Springfield. The 1903 Springfield is another American-made classic, and it is actually very closely modeled after the Mauser we previously examined. The fact that this surplus rifle has an effective fire range of up to 1,000 yards is by far its most astounding feature. This is partially due to the bolt-action mechanism and a large 24-inch barrel. It also makes use of a 3060 cartridge, which offers the weapon a lot of power and excellent resistance to recoil. The fact that it was powerful and accurate at a distance made it the ideal cannon for snipers to use during World War II. This firearm is regarded as one of the best ever by many gun lovers. Even today, people still see it as a highly attractive yet practical weapon. Unfortunately, this is definitely not the best option if you're looking for the best budget surplus rifle you can still buy. Compared to many of its historical rivals, this Springfield is still a rather pricey rifle. Compared to other contemporary hunting rifle alternatives, many hunters favor this gun for big game hunting because of its powerful bolt action, incredibly accurate firing range of up to 1,000 yards, and its beautiful look. Plus, it's made in the USA. SKS. The SKS is the top pick out of all the surplus weapons that are still available for purchase. This SKS-45 is a semi-automatic carbine type of rifle that was manufactured on a large scale starting in 1945. In essence, the SKS-45 served as the military standard rifle for the Soviet Union before they switched to the AK-47. The 7.62 by 39mm rounds used by the SKS rifle are quite potent and effective for short to medium range targets. The AK-47 design most likely employed the same cartridges as a result. In the end, the AK-47 proved to be a more potent weapon. The SKS compensates for inaccuracy where it lacks power, though. The SKS is a popular hunting tool nowadays because it is affordable and has a range of up to 440 yards. The ultimate assessment of this firearm is that it is a very strong, sturdy, and trustworthy pick. It is readily available, very affordable, and excellent from short to mid-range. Its reliable and resilient design, plus the fact that it is the AK-47's direct predecessor, makes it a fantastic collector's item in addition to being an excellent hunting or cheap surplus rifle option for shooting at the range. In summary, let us take a quick glance at the advantages versus the disadvantages in acquiring a surplus rifle. On the plus side, surplus rifles are generally inexpensive, and they can be used as a modern-day hunting rifle, varying only in range and accuracy depending on add-on equipment, like scopes, etc. With the internet, these rifles have become more widely available. And don't forget, these are military-grade weapons that have been battle-tested through all the major wars, and as such, have historical value, making them ideal for collection. On the downside, most of them lack modern-day features. Even the mounting options are limited. The most popular choices can run out of stock commonly, and a few you may acquire would need maintenance and repair. And that's all I have for you in this video. If there are other surplus rifles out there that you can still buy this year, let us all know by commenting down below. Please click on the like, share, and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next video.